Hello from Gardening at Twente here in Ireland, and I've got a super exciting video for you today because we are going behind the scenes at Kew Gardens. Now, this London Botanic Gardens is world renowned for its fantastic collection of plants, and we've been privileged to get inside the tropical growing nursery where we're going to have a look at the cool growing orchids today. And what's even better than all that is we have a guide, the eminently knowledgeable Alberto. So let's go meet him, let's go have a look around, and let's see all those wonderful orchids.
Hi everybody, I'm Alberto. Some of you may remember me from Orchidaholic YouTube channel that it's not closed, but it's there but doing nothing. And I'm here working at Kew. I've been working at Kew for 1 year and a half now. I did 1 year of Kew Specialist Certificate in Orchid cultivation, and now I'm doing 1 year of Specialist Certificate in Nursery and Display Glasshouse. And I'm happy to have Rachel here finally.
Yes.
And yeah, we're gonna see some pretty good stuff, but you're gonna see it now.
We're going to see all the amazing secret stuff,
Yes,
aren't we?
the secret stuff.
Can't absolutely wait. And now we are behind the scenes in Kew Gardens in the growing area for cooler orchids, and Alberto is going to tell us all about it.
So this is the very first zone where I started working last year, and it's still my favorite among the orchid zones because there's so many cool little things that is incredible. You can basically lose yourself in this zone.
You were interested in cooler orchids to start
Yes,
with, weren't you?
I was, but I couldn't grow them because in Italy it was too warm
Right.
during summer. But here it's really manageable, keeping the humidity high. So yeah, it was really satisfying to see everything that I wanted flowering here. So it was been pretty good months to start with. Yeah.
And if you had a favourite genus, what could that be?
That's difficult. Inside this zone, I love the Maxillarias. I love the Dracula. I love so many. There's too many to choose.
It's like asking you to choose among your children.
Yeah, exactly.
The Maxillaria genus is incredibly diverse, really, just in physical terms.
Yes.
Oh, look at these. Did you ever see such an exciting pseudobulb? Wow. Look at those.
Maxillaria cucullata.
Does it have a scent at all? A little bit?
Yeah.
Good?
Not the strongest. Yeah. Kind of fruity.
Yeah. Very subtle colouring now, isn't it? Obviously it's not an orchid that's going to be pollinated by something that relies on eyesight.
Yeah.
So you might be mistaken for thinking this is a Lycaste, but it's not. It's a Maxillaria. So which one is this, Alberto?
That's Maxillaria splendens.
Fantastic. So that's where that spicy scent is coming from. Very nice colours. Which one is this?
It's Maxillaria ubatubana. It's that group that has the spotted back of sepals and petals. So I think they could be Brasiliorchid now.
It's tiny. Really, really tiny. And this one with the droopy petals. Super. And this one is really cute, very pure white. So
It's called Maxillaria colossus.
colossus.
Look at the flower.
Oh yes, that's a very nice flower.
Almost like a bulbophyllum. Could be a
yes,
bulbophyllum.
yes. And do you know, can you propagate these species by removing some of the pseudobulbs?
Well, I think if you have this growth habit, you have also roots underneath the sheets.
Right.
So I reckon if you cut that like here and there and put it back in the pot, it will root.
Right. And tell me, do you feel a sort of affinity with plants that you've repotted or?
Oh yes, I'm really jealous about that. they do feel like they are my child, even if they're not. Now I'm working in another zone, so it's totally different. I had to forget everything. But no, yeah, I come back and check, see how they are doing.
Very good.
I reckon these are all already flower spikes growing for next spring. This is the famous Coelogyne cristata.
That's such a big specimen. Look, it's growing out completely over the edge of the pot. So these roots aren't going to be in medium at all, are they?
No, but these, for example, just attached to the basket, which is really cool. So they just overgrew the basket and just kind of embrace it. Yes.
Yeah. You said embrace, I said et. Gosh, they're really fat pseudobulbs, aren't they? There's no wrinkling at all. Because a lot of people, their Coelogyne cristatus, they wrinkle a lot.
They get water, to be honest, I think all year round, just a little less during winter.
Right.
But it doesn't affect flowering, to be honest.
Right.
So that was a surprise for me, because you hear about they have to have this dry and cold rest. Apparently they don't need that much dryness.
Right. So how do you work the watering here? I think it's perfectly set up, is that right?
Yeah, we basically free water everything. Water can easily go on the ground and to the drain, which is really, really nice compared to the home growing environment. This zone tends to get water a lot because they are from high mountains.
Right.
So they get a lot of mist, a lot of fog coming. So we tend to keep them quite damp.
And these are all hung on these metal frames, so you don't have to worry about getting them wet or anything.
Yeah.
But there's a mixture of hybrids and species in here, did you say?
Mostly species, very few hybrids. We tend not to keep hybrids unless they are of some interest.
Right. What have you got there, Alberto?
So this is a Zootrophion, endresianum. It's from South America, I don't remember where exactly, but it's a very peculiar flower because they are all fused together, all the parts, except for two little windows to allow the pollinator to go in.
And it doesn't trap him inside?
No, they're free to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think some paths, don't they, temporarily trap their pollinators inside. It's a really cool looking, it really looks like a bulbo in many ways, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's so cool, the underneath of the leaves. Completely purple.
Deep colour. And that's not particularly from too much light, it's just this natural colour?
Natural colour, yes.
Wow.
I realized that with these plants they tend to flower whenever they want. Summer is usually a little bit stressful for them because it can get a little bit too warm. So as soon as the temperatures drops, they start flowering.
Right. Wonderful. Tell me about the rajah over here, Alberto.
So this is Nepenthes rajah.
The one we see in books.
Yes,
and we've never seen in reality.
Exactly. So it's endangered, if not extinct in the wild, because it's from Monte Kinabalu, and they are losing a lot of habitat.
Is it in Papua New Guinea, this man?
And it has the biggest pictures in the Nepenthes family.
I think there's another one down here.
Yeah. And these are not that big, so average pictures.
It's a fantastic thing. And it doesn't eat any mice in here, does it?
No.
No.
Not yet.
They really do climb, don't they? These Nepenthes are growing in with the cool orchids, and they seem to like the same environment as the cooler orchids.
We have Nepenthes in temperate ferns, and then a zone just for tropical Nepenthes.
And did you say you were involved in repotting the Disas last year?
Yes, not all of them, but a few. So you see the compost is really free draining, and they will sit in water at a certain point. Nidifica.
Well, let's see if we can get in there and take a video. Very, very pretty. And the colour isn't being shown off properly now with my hand behind because it's very similar in hue. I really love big specimens of things with tiny flowers.
Yes.
Oh no, he's my favourite. Gosh. And what's this? What are we looking at now?
Masdevallia, regina.
Wow.
The queen Masdevallia.
It's fantastic. Look at the markings just down there in the throat. Let's see if we can just...
Bubble-like flower of this Stelis, glomerosa.
It has the weirdest flowers, isn't it? Like little eggs or something.
Yeah.
And where are the leaves?
So
that's,
go up, and this is where it starts.
So it's being grown as a hanging plant, anyway.
Basically. Almost invisible.
Yeah. And for anyone who saw my recent Cymbidium repotting video, well, just look at the size of that. It's an absolute monster. I think you'd need a hatchet to divide some of these. Look at that. Big plant. I suppose traditionally, Kew must have a rare collection of clay pots somewhere. But they're not using them nowadays.
No, we use them just for display.
Right.
But it's easier and to use plastic pots because you can wash them, sanitize them. So yeah. You could spend hours here just looking at the plants.
Oh. And it must have worn off to a certain extent for you. You know, you've been here, this is your second year now.
Yes.
So you must become immune to...
But not that much. Still, when I see something flowery that I haven't seen before, I'm still like thrilled. Like this one, I just noticed. First time I've seen this one flowering. This is a Stelis. Look at that.
Yeah. Very cute.
Absolutely amazing.